So here we are, we're winding down after Sheffield, and it's been great. We've met loads of bands. The interesting thing is how many people from the kind of alternative rock and pop punk, even electronic music have just showed up. And we've got a lot of music to listen to. Can you have a look in the box, Francois? So this is today's pile, and we'll listen to all of it, and if it's good, we'll put it on the radio. So we're well into these few dates that we're doing with the Underground Music Conference Store, meeting all the bands. And we're learning a lot, and for me, I've never been around a full-time social media team before. I've been struggling with this problem that for a traditional rock and roll band, which is 5 or more people in a transit band, there's a fundamental problem with it in 2018, and that is, as the band gets bigger, the costs incrementally increase faster than the income. And by the time you get to Hammersmith Odeon, if you get that far, your costs are greater than the income. So you're losing more and more money, putting more and more effort in for less return and bigger debts. I think we're beginning to see how you can work around that, and it's through innovation. You've got to innovate, so you don't have to go out on the road so quickly without thinking about it, because that's the bulk of your costs. Two things that I think would work really well is to strip down your costs and make it lean. So that might be to develop a model of band that's really creative and got 2 people in the White Stripes thing, or maybe a power trio, or something that's uber lean, and make sure your touring crew is uber lean. And then also think about just touring digitally as well. So maybe we would have an actual on the road tour once a year, and 2 or 3 digital tours where you just develop your audience online by doing things like a regular proper video, pillars through the week where you would do stuff for your fan base, like perhaps you would write songs together, perhaps people would send you song title ideas and you'd commit to producing a song a week for them, stuff like that. It's almost a full-time job is what I've realised running this social media stuff, but it hasn't got the trailing costs that we've got with all this, the van, the hotels and everything. I think it's about innovation. It's about also not being too concerned if the chips are down, you have to pay the bills, and just go and do a bit of part-time work, you know, and some of these skills are in high demand, particularly knowing how to do social media. So put all that together, and it really makes sense, and you can see that a long-term career is totally viable, and you keep that band going for the rest of your life.
We're on full speed, everything's going so fast. Got my head in a daze, but I'm having a blast. Look alive when the lights are green, I'm just enjoying the ride. Heart beats the radio, pumping it feels like a dream or a drug.
We're really excited today. We've got some very special guests. We've got Ben Ash, and we've also got Sara from the Harts, and we're going to be talking to her about touring and how to manage yourself to get yourself to the next level. So we're really excited. So how did you break out of Scarborough and go wider afield?
When I was like a teenager, I just basically started drumming, and then I fell in love with the Manic Street Preachers, which everybody takes the piss out of me for. They were from a small town in Wales, and that sort of resonated with me, and I was just like, I need to get out of Scarborough and play. I really wanted to play in London, but I was just too young and I didn't know how to get there. So I used to do gig swaps with like bands in York, which is like 40-minute drive away, and then Hull, which is like an hour away, and I just found a load of bands I thought were similar to my band, and then did a gig swap. I moved to London, I sort of met a load of people down in London and started my band, and I kind of used the same sort of technique that I did for gig swapping, but down in London, and obviously, and by that point, you know, social media was much more advanced, so kind of used that as well. So just contacting people, really.
And so that brings us to the end of the night. The show's rolling on, gathering momentum, and we've got a long drive now, and we'll see you all there.